Hey, what's up, Internet? My name is Shaggy, the Opinionated Hippie, currently ranking and reviewing every single Frank Zappa album released after he passed away in December of 1993. And just a couple days ago, I posted my video for number 13 out of 55, Halloween 73. That was a 4-disc box set of 2 Halloween shows from 73, the early and the late show, plus a bonus disc of rehearsal material, which for me was so good and so enjoyable that it actually bumped the Halloween 73 shows higher than the Roxy Performances shows. A 7 CD box set of all of the Roxy shows. And those discs, as I explained on that video, are from the same tour. Halloween 73 are like the third and fourth shows. The Roxy ones, there are 2 shows after that, so they kind of bookend the tour. And my personal taste was I like the sort of rough edges, still kind of working out the vibe of having 3 percussionists and Napoleon Murphy Brock in a hostile Chicago Halloween audience, slightly more, like very, very tiny more, than I like the Roxy in a nightclub in your hometown. Really comfortable, a little too proficient. I mean, still phenomenal. I'm not nitpicking. But anyways, so that's why that was 13 and that was 14. But I did not address the single disc release that accompanied Halloween 73. In all of these instances of Halloween releases, there has been the big box set with all the shows. And then there was, for Halloween 81, a single CD release. For Halloween 81, they left off a Strictly Gentile from the original shows in the box set for time's sake. They put that Strictly Gentile on the Halloween 81 highlights disc, so that was kind of a little bit incentive. For the Halloween 77, which wasn't even a box set, it was every show from Halloween 77, which came on a little USB drive, interestingly enough. But for that release, there was a 3 CD set that accompanied that. So they took, wasn't a single disc, it was a 3 CD set. But then for this, and I haven't reviewed Halloween 77 yet. And then Halloween 73, there was a single CD set called Highlights. And I would say that, like, I don't own that disc because I have the 4 CD set, but I was able to recreate it because everything on the single CD set is on the 4 CD set. There were no surprises. There's nothing that was left off to kind of entice you to get this for time's sake or for other sake. And this is a good set. Like, I listened to this recently. I compiled my own set list, playlist out of this. I listened to it, highly enjoyed it. I'm not sure it's necessarily a highlights disc. I think if it was a true highlights disc of what Halloween 73 was, the Montana and Dupree's Paradise would have to be on here. It is not on here, but what is on here I think is a really good representation of this band. It's good energy, it's good sequencing. It kind of feels like a complete show. If you didn't know this was edited from 2 different shows, I don't think you would. It doesn't sound like it's from 2 different shows. It's well sequenced. It's a good disc. If you're not that into Frank, but into Frank enough to buy a disc, I think this is worth it, the Halloween 73 highlights disc. If you don't really want to dive in fully, I think you can get this and be completely happy and not need the other box set. Sound is amazing. Sounds great. This is, again, like I said, the third and fourth shows of the tour. No, 4 shows were before this. These are the 5th and 6th shows of the tour, so you get material from that. But it's just great. But it's 16 tracks. It starts off with Frank, doing an introduction in the beginning. And then what this tour essentially was like little blocks of songs that Frank had, and the set list were Frank moving these blocks around. Every once in a while he had a standalone song like Cosmic Debris or Dickie's Such an Asshole, which he would just throw in random places. Otherwise you had these groups of songs that all went together. And you get essentially 3 groups of these plus a Dickie's encore. So you get Frank introducing the band, then you get from the second show a Pygmy Twilight, an Idiot Bastard Son, and a Cheapness. Pygmy Twilights are shorter. You don't get the dummy up routine. You're not getting the slow, sort of more heavy, metal-ish, hard rock version that the Fall 74 band would do. Get a nice little short Frank solo in it that's almost just kind of there to be there. But it's still a great song. So you get the Pygmy Idiot Cheapness to open. Frank Talks Again. Then you get Eric Dolphy Memorial Barbecue and Kung Fu. It's only about 2.5 minutes of music, those two songs combined, but they are not on the Roxy Performances releases. Those two songs had been dropped by the time they reached the end of the tour. So it's kind of nice to have a live version of that, even though it, again, only adds up to like 2.5 minutes. That goes into A Penguin in Bondage. It is a pretty decent solo. To Mercy Deween, Dog Breath Variations, Uncle Meat, and Redunzel. Again, you can kind of hear them working out some of the how are we going to figure out three percussionists in a live setting vibe in some of these songs, especially these instrumentals. But still, I think it adds to it. The more you know these songs and the more you know what they would become or what they should be, the little kind of tweaks that they're trying to figure out kind of stand out. And I think there is a little bit of a not under-rehearsed. This band is not under-rehearsed. That's a stupid word. But it's still a working it out kind of energy about these songs that makes this disc attractive if you're only going to get this disc. And then the real highlight of this is you get the I'm the Slime and the Big Swiftie. I just love these two songs. I love this pairing. Frank's solos and I'm the Slime are always great. The Big Swiftie is fun. Duke gets a solo. Frank gets a solo. It's just a good time. Then you get Frank explaining the history of the San Clemente magnetic deviation, which is the original title for Dickie's Such an Asshole. Earthquakes, California, over San Clemente. Apparently there was some weird magnetic deviation, hence, I don't know. He explains it. And then you get a Dickie's Such an Asshole. So that's it. It's a great full single disc. If you have the money to buy one or the other, I do recommend the 4-disc box set, even though it does come with a mask and you don't have a choice not to get the mask. But the rehearsal stuff on that, I think, is really phenomenal. And so that's why I would recommend the 4-disc set over this. But if you can only get one, I think this is a good buy. I don't think it would be ranked 13. But it would be, way back farther towards the back probably just because of the Roxy Performances. That would kind of cancel out a lot of what's on here. But I do think it's a good thing. It's a good disc. And that's all I got to say about it. I just wanted to address it since I didn't address it in the other video. But that's about it. If you've made it this far in the video, I'm getting my hair cut by my kindergarten class in a couple days. And we're trying to raise money for the San Antonio Food Bank. I'm going to put the link right there. If you can donate $5, anything, my class would appreciate it. I work at a school that is designated an Ashoka Changemaker school. So my kids are very service oriented. We do a lot of great stuff for animals in the community, for homeless in the community. We feed people. We do stuff for the food bank. And this is our kind of end of the year project through this weird COVID year. So anyways, anything you can do would help. I'm just going to get that out there on the sake of my class. But that's it. It's early on a Saturday morning, and it's been raining for like 24 hours here in Texas. I'm stuck inside all day. It sucks. So I might be making a lot of videos today. Who knows? That's it. I'm rambling. Bye. Peace. Thanks for watching. If you have this or have both of them or whatever, let me know what you think of this. Always appreciate your comments. And I'm going to go drink some coffee and do other things. All right. Bye, y'all. Peace.